In this video, I will showcase the new Viewcone system. The Viewcone system is intended to be used for AI. It is used for determining whether an object can be seen by another object by generating a procedural cone that will then do a raycast check from the object head to determine whether another object can be spotted or not. The Viewcone system includes a demo scene, which is currently loaded. This scene can be found in Scenes, Demos, Viewcone Demo. The Viewcone system itself consists of a prefab, locating prefab's utility, Viewcone, Viewcone head. The Viewcone head prefab contains the Viewcone, which is a procedurally generated cone, and a generic alert icon. If you wish not to use this alert icon, you can hide it or disable it altogether. The Viewcone head is intended to be placed as a child object to a main game object. If your enemy object, or if your character object, has a model, it is recommended that you place the Viewcone head in the same location as the head of the object. If your object has multiple heads or multiple eyes, you'd likely want to place the Viewcone head the same location of every single head or eye, unless you only want the object to be able to see from certain eyes or certain heads. I'll go ahead and run the Viewcone demo right now just to show you how it works. You'll have to actually test this demo from the scene view. As the game view, there are no controls that actually control the player itself. Currently, output is shown in the console because there's no actual handling of the enemy other than debug output. If we move our player within the Viewcone, the debug log will display the player is within the Viewcone of the enemy, but that this view is obstructed. If we move the player so it is no longer obstructed, you'll get a warning saying the player has been spotted by the enemy. And you'll also see a raycast showing exactly how the player is being spotted by the enemy. You'll notice the alert icon also appears. The Viewcone can be generated within the editor or at runtime. Viewcone has several properties. You can specify the length, radius, sections, and shared vertices. For optimization, I recommend leaving the shared vertices option checked. Sections determines how smooth you want the Viewcone to be. For a very smooth cone, you want to specify a lot of sections. However, most games don't actually require a very smooth Viewcone, since all this Viewcone is being used for is to determine whether an object can see another. Therefore, you should be fine with just a single digit. You can specify radius. You can also specify length. When you change the length, you'll have to realign the Viewcone so that the pivot or the top is protruding from the Viewcone head. If we change the length from 2 to 1, the Viewcone gets smaller. You'll have to reposition the Viewcone. You can also generate this cone dynamically. The Viewcone script has several public properties that you've seen in the editor, and to generate this cone dynamically, you would simply specify these during runtime and then call the rebuild function. I may modify the rebuild function so it takes these parameters, but for now you'll have to specify them or create a new instance of Viewcone, specify these properties, and then call rebuild. The detection script is handled in the Viewcone head. Note that you do have to specify the character transform. If the character transform is empty, you will get a warning or an error saying that the player Viewcone property is not set. This will generate an unassigned reference exception. Currently, the Viewcone detection script checks objects based on tag. If you wish to change the tag, you can change the private string here. If you wish to check by parameters other than tag, you will have to specify them within the object spot and object left functions. Currently, with the object tag, the object spotted function will output debug logs specifying the name or the tag of the object that's currently within the view cone and the character name. The actual physics determination is handled in Viewcone itself, but all these functions do, is simply pass this collision information or the collider information to the Viewcone detection script, which then acts on these colliders themselves or acts on the collisions. If you wish to customize how collisions are handled or how views are handled, you'll want to do it within these two functions. As you can see, the Viewcone system is a very basic but powerful and extensible system for handling many cases such as generating AI or determining whether AI can spot an object.